Hey everybody, happy Friday. It's June 26th. We're almost here to the big 4th of July weekend. I know everybody's stoked about that. Things are finally starting to open back up and we're starting to get our freedom back. Thank God. Yeah, all kinds of things going on since last touch base. As you guys probably can see right away, I am now a four-eyed geek, wearing glasses now. Long story about that, so maybe we go right into it. Going back a couple of weeks, I had come down with Bell's palsy from an ear infection, and then the side of my face decided to stop working. And yeah, it was not a very fun time, um, but got through it. One of the meds I was taking, I think, triggered. It was steroids. I think triggered something somewhere in my body, and elevated my blood sugar to like extremely high levels. And I was at a barbecue at a friend's house, and I was taking a piss about 3 or 4 times, and he's a diabetic, and he pulled me aside and was like, "Hey, what's going on with you? Why are you camped out in the bathroom for the whole barbecue?" So he measured my blood sugar on the spot, and sure as shit, it was like 500, which is like, take your ass to the doctor or to the hospital or somewhere, because that is extremely high. Um, oh, there's Peanut. To put things into context, regular blood sugar levels are about 80 to 100, depending on your body. We're all different. So I went to the doctor the next day, and he sent me off for blood work, and it came back, and of course my A1C was pretty high, as well as my blood sugar average over the previous few months. Um, so I got on medication for that right away, and then started feeling better. And in fact, I haven't felt this good in a long time. Like, I think I've been having some of those symptoms for quite a while. Just not dealing with it. Just kind of, I'm caveman style. You rub some dirt on it, you club your food, drag it into the cave, and you keep growing and you keep rolling. Um, so feeling really good. But one of the consequences of the high blood sugar is blurred vision. It has something to do with the nerve, some nerve interruption with your eyes. And so I also went to the eye doctor and got checked out, and there's no permanent damage, thank God. But for the last 2 weeks, I've been wearing these glasses, and have ordered a permanent pair of glasses, which I think are pretty cool. They're pretty hipster. So I'll share those with you a little bit later. Um, but yeah, enough about me and all my problems, right? Hope everybody's been well. Still working at home, doing the work from home thing with my trusty sidekick at my side, Vicky. She's been here with me. She's still working from home too. Yeah, that's her fingers right there. Um, yeah, but things have been opening back up. Ventura County, fortunately, the COVID numbers were really, I don't want to say good, but maybe there was less impact here than maybe in LA, given the density of the population. So things started opening back up, and we've been out. We've eaten out a few times. We went to our favorite restaurant. Shout out to, was it Pete's? Pete's in Ventura, our favorite breakfast spot.
Oh yeah.
There's a little spot over in Ventura, right near the pier. I think it's on Main Street. It's called Pete's. Pretty incredible breakfast spot right there. So if you're up in this neck of the woods, make sure that's on your list. But yeah, it was nice to kind of get out. Definitely weird with the restrictions, for the COVID guidance and impact. So there's definitely not quite the same feeling, when being out, but it's better than being trapped in the house. So that's definitely not a complaint. Um, yeah, the beaches have been opened up, and I mean, let's just be real. Like, the beaches have always been opened, even when they were closed. People were still out there, finding places to park and being out there. Um, but it's pretty nice to have things open back up. The one thing that does scare me though is you can see the number of cases starting to creep back up, and it's kind of just rolling around in the back of my head, and I think probably a lot of people is that are we you know did we open things up too fast? Is there another spike and an ensuing shutdown of things again? So yeah, I hope not. And yeah, and that kind of is a good segue into like, I see a lot of like things, on Facebook. I try to limit how much I go on there, but I'll admit I kind of find myself on there, quite a bit. And people talking about the mask situation, whether it's, it's what am I trying to say here? Like, whether it works, whether it doesn't work, so whether it should be required or shouldn't be required, and there's a lot of thoughts and beliefs across the spectrum, and I think there's some people who are just, bitching to be bitching. It can be me sometimes on some topics, but I just do what makes you feel safe, right? And do what the guidance is, right? So the guidance now is that masks are required, at least in California, by the governor, anywhere in California. So just follow the guidance, but when you're in those gray areas, do what makes you comfortable and stop forcing your beliefs on everybody. Like, people keep putting these posts on Facebook about why this and why that and the government controlling you and this and that. It's like, do you have a fucking job or something to do? Like, I mean, maybe they could ask me the same question as I'm reading it, but don't be so mad and so like, hostile about it, like if that's the way you feel, fine, and tell your fucking cat or someone who cares, right? I'm just getting tired of seeing it. So a lot of the people who've been posting up a lot of that bullshit, I've just been muting them, I put you on like a little 30-day timeout, so don't have to see that bullshit. But do what makes you comfortable, do what you're comfortable with, and assess your risk, follow the guidelines, and you know what, and we'll all get through this and be fine. Any thoughts on that?
No, I'm just looking at the cases. Even from the time where the peak was supposed to be back in like April or so, like we're twice as high in cases.
Yeah,
so we can just pull this up here real quick.
Okay.
And well, right now I'm looking at California just because I want to keep it relevant. This is where we're at, people. This is where we thought we were going to peak and all that scare was. So did we open a little bit too soon? Maybe, but I think mostly the issue here is that people aren't taking precautions. I don't know. People aren't taking precautions, and they're out there contagious and spreading it.
Right.
Just follow the guidelines. Wash your hands. Cover your mouth. We'll be okay.
Right.
But in the meantime, while everybody's out there just doing whatever they want, the numbers aren't going to go down.
Right.
And we'll end up being shut down again.
Right. And I don't misconstrue that to be like, oh, we should be in our homes scared and locked up. And
just be cautious.
Just be cautious and just keep social distance. And, if you're in a public spot, wash your hands. We were at a brewery, right? And it was like our favorite spot in Anaheim called Phantom Ales. And this jackwagon was just coughing. coughing, and maybe he wasn't sick, but it's like, dude, get the fuck out of here. Like, no one wants to hear you hacking up a lung, and right, and I mean, because and that's self-awareness, right? Because even I've been in a situation, and Vicky has too, like, you haven't coughed in like 6 years, and then you go in the grocery store and you swallow saliva down the wrong tube, and then you cough once or twice, and then people are looking at you like they're gonna like show up at your house, with and be ready to burn it down. So, and
that's, for example, that's people actually looking and feeling sick and coughing up, and you have those out there without a mask. Now imagine the ones that are like, I don't have any symptoms, but I'm feeling okay. Like, you could be asymptomatic for 14 days and already spread it to a bunch of people. So again,
yep.
just be cautious.
No, good.
Just wear your mask, wash your hands.
Good points. Good points. And then, I think that's a good segue. I haven't really been very open about this, just because I don't know. I think I've honestly just been reflecting on it, and I don't know why I haven't really been open about it. But I did have a family member actually subdue or pass away from COVID in the past few weeks, and Vicky and I. Consequently, we'll be flying back to North Carolina to attend some memorial services for this person, and it's really a bummer. There's just no way to really put it other than it's a bummer. But I will say that it's helped provide some context for things for me. This person took all the precautions, limited exposure to only work. He was an essential worker. The gas station and the grocery store, and then his home environment was very clean and upkept. So it just it kind of opened my eyes to see, and in North Carolina the numbers are pretty low, so especially the fatality rate. So none of us are immune to it. I mean, are the odds low? Yeah, of course they are. But it can happen, and I'm here to tell you that it does, and I see a lot of people, again, also on Facebook, who are very radically against the idea of this being real or being a hoax or being whatever the fuck else, but it's real, people, I'll tell you, and it's hit my family very square in the face. So yeah, we'll be back there. I'll be back in North Carolina for the next week. I'll try to get some footage for the vlog while we're on our visit back there. It's been about a year since we've been back. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all we want to I've got on the whole COVID topic. What else is new over here? Car club, you guys may or may not know, like, pretty much we spend Vicky and I spend a lot of our time interacting with our car club. We did found a car club back in about a year ago. Yeah, we're coming up on our 1 year anniversary. It's called Mopar SoCal. Hit us up on the gram. You can kind of see some of the photos and the things we do there. We've got some really talented people who who do some really cool photo shoots and have some really badass cars, Chargers, Challengers, anything Mopar. And we've grown the group pretty significantly. I think our first meet, we had 3 cars, and then over the year we've evolved to something like 40.
We've got about 40 members.
About 40 badged cars, and our events now are getting upwards of anywhere from 15 to 40 cars that show up, and so we've been able to do some cool things. We've had some memorial cruises for, we've also done some graduation, cruise bys, and we've got a really cool group, and I think it's been really cool during this time because we've had this group of people where we could go out and get in our cars and drive, and still kind of not be, exposing ourselves during, at least the peak COVID times. Some badass spots that we've been to, Latigo Canyon and Malibu, and then down to the Malibu Country Kitchen Mart, where of course there's always like hot supercars. It's a Porsche hotbed right there. Jerry Seinfeld's there quite a bit. He knows the owner and comes through there quite a bit. But just ripping the canyon, even in our big cars. We've got a Scat Pack Charger, and we bomb the canyon and have a lot of fun. But the car club thing is like really taken off, and it's been a lot of fun. But check us out, Mopar_SoCal on Instagram, for some content. And then as we roll forward with this, I'll continue I'll start to put some of our content from our meets and stuff out there. What else?
4th of July. Sucks that we're all kind of having to be shut down for 4th of July, so it won't be as exciting.
Yeah, that does kind of suck. I wish our neighbors would have got the memo on the whole 4th of July shutdown, because it's like illegal firework fucking country around here, and like every night there's a random M80 or M100 that blows up. and then our dogs go ape shit. So
I think that's an issue with a lot of people because even in the member chat, everyone's complaining about how they're literally babysitting their dogs, every single night because of all the fireworks stuff.
yeah, I don't know. I've seen it from both sides. I used to be the illegal firework guy when I was younger. Now, not so much. Yeah, but then there's that. What are even the laws for fireworks in California? Can you have
There's
them?
some places you can have them, I think, but not here.
Hmm. I for one, I'm pretty super stoked that you can see here I don't have that same shaggy mane that I had before. Got it cut. Shout out to my barber. Is VG Fades It on Instagram. The dude, like, he's got the magic hands. Um, yeah, I got to go see him. And man, that dude's talking about living your best life, man. He's like traveling all around. I see his Instagram photos where he's like cutting people's hair on their balcony in Malibu or all kinds of crazy places. And I know that dude's staying busy and rightfully so. Also, the beauty shops have just reopened. I think this week, right?
Yeah, I think so. Or maybe, about a week or two, I think so. I think.
Vicky's got her first set of acrylics back on, so she's like having to learn how to like hold things and type on her phone, text on her phone. I went in there for a pedicure. Yeah, dudes, I'm not afraid to admit, like,
Men's gotta take care of their feet. Please do.
Yeah.
Please do. We don't have a problem touching them if they're nice.
Right? I know before, right? It'd be like rubbing against sandpaper against her feet, against my feet rather. But yeah, no, treat yourself. Treat yourself well. And also, part of the whole blood sugar thing, I've had to kind of revamp. Not kind of. I have revamped my diet, and Vicky has too. I've been fortunate enough that she's obviously in like Miss Universe shape, so like she's just doing it to keep me motivated and going. But yeah, we've done good. And, like we've probably had very little to no soda, and we both are kind of like that $1 Coke at McDonald's down the street. No juice. Like, I was a habitual orange juice drinker, and so we've kind of put that to the side. Don't worry, orange juice. I will be back for you again one day. Maybe not in the volumes that I was drinking you before, but someday I'll be back, my friend. But then mainly just learning how to balance like meals with the right or appropriate amount of carbs, proteins and healthy fats. So yeah, I've seen it, talked to a dietitian, and of course I was too cool to do that at first, and and I surprisingly had learned some stuff. So I think we're gonna try. We're also gonna try doing like a meat free day, like a plant based day. When we get back from vacation, I'm gonna eat like a fucking savage on vacation. Well, maybe not like a savage.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna eat like what's like less than a savage?
Semi-savage.
A semi-savage. Bojangles. I mean, that's just happening, right? The Pit in downtown Raleigh. Yeah, but I can behave there. Ribs and asparagus and vegetables and stuff. But yeah, it's we'll see. But yeah, no, we've been doing good. Like, lost a couple of pounds. Both of us have lost a little bit of weight. I don't know if you can tell by my face. Some people have told me they see my face is different. It's not like I don't look like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
I think if you
anymore.
get back to a previous vlog to this one, you can totally tell the difference.
Okay, well, whatever. We're not fishing for compliments. I got a lot of work to do still. So, I'm not going to pat myself on the back just yet. I think I want to keep going.
Good job.
But no, it's all good on that front. What? You took a big gasp, like you want to say something?
I was gonna say, just hope everyone has a great 4th of July. I think we'll probably post again maybe before then, but if not,
we'll try to do one from North Carolina, and maybe we'll do some. We'll try and find some. Maybe go to Franklin Street or something.
We'll do a lot. Maybe if we make it out to DC, we could do a quick little live.
Yeah,
from there.
Yeah, we're gonna try to take a short trip a little bit later in the week. So yeah, maybe we'll try to we'll try to get some footage or post up some live footage. So be on the lookout for that. Um, but yeah, other than that, everything's just been peachy. We did see a pretty cool movie the other day. If anyone's looking for a movie recommendation called The Night Clerk, which I think is on Netflix.
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those movies where you give it the 10-minute test and then you're like, yeah, I like it or not, and you bounce. But yeah, pretty cool flick about this kid on the spectrum with Asperger's, and he's the night clerk at a hotel. There's a murder in the hotel, and I'll cut it off there and not ruin it for you. So, yeah, go check that out. Also, the comedy scene looks like it's starting to reopen. There was a lot of online comedy. I tried it once or twice, and it just wasn't my thing. Like, I don't know, just not my thing. Haven't given up on it. Matter of fact, this time away has given me a lot of time to like reflect on, a lot of things, right? Like, what's important and what you want from life. And I won't get all philosophical with you, but yeah, the comedy clubs are coming back online. I don't open mics. I think should be coming, and yeah, I'm gonna commit myself to just going up the ass of this thing, and no pun intended, um, and just giving it my best shot. So I'm gonna be out at clubs, hitting open mics, networking with other comics, just trying to learn the craft and just hone the craft. Right, it's something I'm really passionate about. And fortunately, I'm in a position and I have the right encouragement from my manager, mentor, bookkeeper, and chef.
Oh, is that me?
Yeah. See, she knew.
I'm like, oh wait, they're talking about.
I didn't
me.
even need to call your name.
I'll be back.
Call your name out, and we knew that was you. But yeah. So I can tell her, like, hey, you knew me when I was nothing, and one day when I blow up, and she'll still be right there with me, and she'll be with me when I'm something, even though she always tells me I'm something, which is cool. But yeah, really not a whole lot of other updates. We did add to our family a little ways back. We added another dachshund. And so that takes us up to 2 dachshunds. We had one that we rescued, ways back in Anaheim. Daisy, she's a senior. She's kind of a grumpy old gal. She's giving me the side eye right now as I'm talking about her. She is very temperamental, very calculated. Days. And then we also adopted a second one from the animal shelter here in Ventura, named Hemi, and we thought that was a cool name. And Hemi's kind of a goofball. There's not been a toy that this animal has not been able to destroy within at least 72 hours. Like, we've got him this canvas Wubba, and he literally fucked that thing up in like 2 days, and I thought that thing was like indestructible. I've seen other dogs at the dog park that we go to, and like big dogs that haven't been able to fuck that thing up. I'm telling you, you ever get mauled, you ever run into a pack of dachshunds, man, like, you might want to haul ass the other way, because these things are like, they're like little alligators with teeth, with all the teeth they have in their mouth, and they're pretty damn ferocious. But yeah, so we added another pup to the pack. Takes us up to like 3, not like, it takes us up to 3 dogs. We've got a little Chihuahua who rules the roost, Peanut. Her name's Peanut, and yeah, we're just trying to do it, and that's about it. So yeah, I think we'll go ahead and cut it off here, and we'll try to get some footage and maybe even do some go live on Instagram during our trip. Check us out. Give me some feedback. Like, I've gotten since I've been on hiatus for a while. There've been a number of you who have come out and said, "Hey, when's the next vlog gonna be posted?" And I'm like, "Oh man, I thought there was like me and 2 other people that have seen it, and one of those 2 people, was half paying attention. But surprisingly, a few of you have come out and had some good comments to me, face to face or over, Skype or whatever. But hit me up with some comments. Let me know if this is trash. Let me know if it's not trash. Whose happy birthday? I don't know what she's doing back there. I never know what she's doing back there. Anyways, everyone, stay well. Be good to each other. Have a great holiday. And we will talk to you later.